How would you feel about a ban of how would you feel questions on the sub? Remember these obnoxious questions that were really just veiled attempts to tell stories for karma? Reddit, did you ever have a time when X, Y, Z happened? I'll go first. It was a breath of fresh air when those got banned. Or it would be a question aimed at like Special Ops of the US Army and it would have 10k people answer. Not Special Ops, but know the guy who killed Bin Laden/S. All I know was HK416 was allegedly used. All I know is some guy allegedly on the internet allegedly knew the guy who allegedly killed the guy allegedly named Bin Laden. I know an ex-gardener who is friends with a vet that used to date a goth girl that had an affair with a university professor that has absolutely nothing to do with what is being said here. He's sick. My best friend's sister's boyfriend's brother's girlfriend heard from this guy who knows this kid who's going with the girl who saw Ferris pass out at 31 Flavors last night. I guess it's pretty serious. Thank you, Simone. No problem whatsoever. Right now, I'd support the ban. There's too many questions that have an obvious answer like how would you feel if we could treat all diseases and everyone gets $1 million in their local currency? It's always something super agreeable. Perhaps all the controversial questions like how would you feel if cancer patients battled it out as gladiators and the losers' bodies get used for scientific research, and you have to pay like way more in taxes to make it happen? Get downvoted into oblivion. Along with all the stupid people of Reddit, would you suffer insert mild inconvenience for 1 week in return for $200 gazillion? Utterly pointless questions obviously intended to farm karma. Reddit, would you suffer not talking to anyone for 1 week, but in return get $1 trillion in cash without question, stock in Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, and Disney with a seat in the writer's table for the next Star Wars movie, and a trip to the moon and back through SpaceX along with Elon Musk? You guys are getting paid? Herder. Does talking mean speaking or texting? How about sign language? Sign me up. I'll just lay in bed all week. Here is a list of reasons why this would go south. Can I talk to my cat? A very long and thought out plan of how someone would do this in an attempt to get gold and second highest comment. I would feel pretty good. How would you feel about, insert popular opinion? Yay, I agree with, popular opinion. What a constructive thread. 5 awards and 160k upvotes for that? I think I just lost a little more faith in humanity. I'd feel great about it, if we also banned all the variants of girls, guys of Reddit, what can I do /say/act/change/think to decrease my odds of having sex with you masquerading under 40 different permutations. I feel like most of the sexual ones are getting more frequent and worse. Like at least half of them are probably just horny teens trying to get their fix from hearing other people's stories which are probably fake stories of fellow teens who are getting off by writing a fake story. I'm hoping after the holiday break it gets better or I am going to leave this subreddit. I think it's more that the sex-related ones get upvoted by orders of magnitude more than the others, to the point where if you ever see an AskReddit post on the front page, it's usually a sex-related one. But yeah, reading through the replies on those, it's obviously mostly horny teens writing semi-fiction for other horny teens. Just in terms of some of their underlying assumptions about what's normal in that regard. I don't know, how would you feel about it? Is this a therapy session? I don't know, how would you feel about it if it was a therapy session? I am nervous around doctors. So, I hope you don't have a diploma. Other ways, it probably wouldn't hurt. Don't worry, I'm not licensed, I just own a couch. I would feel the irony. If they get banned, would you take the fall and allow yourself to be banned from the sub so that the rest of us may be without these questions? Do it. Make the unbreakable vow. I usually just downvote questions I don't like. People really beat the dead horse with this one, But a good question starts with how would you feel every so often. Every so often. That's the real problem. It's not the how would you feel questions that piss people off, it's the same questions being reposted every 6 to 10 weeks. If the sub-moderators added a common repost option to the list of report reasons, and actually acted on legit reports, this problem would solve itself. How would you feel if Danny DeVito and Keanu Reeves gave you $100 million but you had to be their best friend for life xddddd? Edit, thanks for the gold, wow, my biggest Reddit post ever. Apathetic. These questions don't bother me nearly as much as the annoying as fuck hypothetical scenario, writing prompts that are flooding the sub. Would you be mildly inconvenienced for $10 billion?